Hello, everyone. So I was thinking this morning. I remember a few years ago, I was I went to a meeting at a popular bank headquarters on the Lagos Island part of town, and I remember getting there, and they usually have about six elevators to take you up, and five of them were not working. There was a massive queue of people waiting to use the one elevator that was working. And I thought to myself, the place I'm going to meet is on the 16th floor. I think, if I remember correctly, it was on the 16th floor. And so I thought, okay, you know what? I'm fairly fit at the moment. I play tennis a few times a week. I go to the gym a couple of times a week. Yeah, I'm sure I can manage a few stories to get up to the 16th floor on my own instead of waiting. So I went into the stair lift and started going up. And somewhere at about the 10th floor or so, I literally had to lift each leg up to the next stair. Each leg, literally with both my hands, lifting them up to keep going. And I turned around and I looked down and I thought, I don't think I can make it. I don't think I'm gonna make it up there. Maybe I'm not as fit as I thought. I get time before newbie property. I don't have the fitness anymore. I think maybe I should go back down. But something said, you know what? You've got just a few more floors to go. The distance you've come from is way more than the distance you've got left. So just keep going. And so I kept going, and I kept going. It was hard. It was hard. It hurt a lot for days after. But I eventually got to the 14th floor, I think it was. And I saw some people coming out, to go up one floor up, and they said, oh, the lift is working now. So I came out and went in and saw the elevator was working and jumped right in and took it the rest of the way up. And it was a breeze, obviously, at that point. I mean, I had probably lost about half my body weight in sweat. Exaggeration, but yeah. But I eventually made it up to my destination. To me, in my head, for so many years, I kept thinking about that story, and I kept thinking that my breakthrough point was the moment when somebody came up to me and said, hey, the elevator is working now. You don't need to struggle anymore. You don't need to suffer. You've reached that point where you can, take the lift, easy street. Everything up from there is going to be easy. And I always thought that was my breakthrough point. But then I realized eventually that my breakthrough point in that story wasn't actually taking the elevator up. It was on the 11th floor when I looked down. I think it was the 11th floor, 10th floor, I can't remember. When I looked down and wanted to give up, wanted to go back down, reminding myself in that moment about how far I had come made it easier for me to keep pushing forward to where I was trying to get to. And we all face those moments in our lives where we kind of hit that point of no return. And if you're not aware, if you're not paying attention to it, you might give up right there and right then, and you turn around and you go back, or you backslide, or you fall, or you give up at that point and say, I can't do it anymore. And if you did that, then everything that you had accomplished up until that point is then for nothing. I'm not talking about getting to a point where you realize that all the effort you're putting in is not going to yield results. There are some things that we keep trying to do that are not for us, they're not meant to be, and so they don't happen. And we keep putting effort into it, and we're frustrated and we're tired and we're angry because we think we must do it. Perseverance, the more difficult it is, the more sweet it'll be when you get it. And all of that sometimes can be nonsense. Sometimes it is actually good advice. But the more important thing is about knowing yourself and knowing that you're on the right track. So I'm talking about situations where you know that I'm supposed to do this thing, and you have your moments of doubt from time to time. You know, I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to push for this thing. I know that it's going to be worth it at the end. It's just so hard right now. I've pushed, I have pressed. It's been difficult to get here. I don't think I have it in me to go any further. In those moments, if you push through just a little bit more, then maybe your elevator is right around the corner. Maybe it's on the next floor. Maybe you're one step, just one floor closer to Easy Street. If you'll just hold on and push yourself one more floor, one more step, one more story. I hope that you found that story interesting. I'm going to be sharing a lot more stories because I realize my life has been really full of interesting events and stories and things. And a lot of the lessons that I get out of life are both from my stories and the stories of people that I've come across, and there are many of them. And I hope that as I share those stories, you'll find reasons every time to be inspired.